This your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And we're gonna play this intro. We're gonna get this show started.
He say, basement, boxing tall. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a booth up like I'm Rocky. ASAP, any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped, but I'm trying to learn my moves so you can copy. You gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect.
This your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And it's another great Saturday. Hope everybody's doing all right. G5, salute my good brother. What's good, bro? I sent you an invite if you wanted to come in your email if you want to join, my good brother. But yeah, it's another Saturday. We got boxing going on today, and it should be a good one. It should be a good one today. Since I last did the show, I don't think we talked about Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. We talk about that. We'll talk about the Jamal Heron and Shakur Stevenson fight that's going on tonight. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Rolly and Javante Tank Davis fight that's coming up. I want to get people's thoughts on the Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford fight that's coming up. Yeah, I want to get people's thoughts on the Brandon Figueroa, Cool Boy Steph fight. We got Boots Ennis getting ready to fight. He fighting next week. Oh yeah, we got a slew of fights. We got a slew of fights going on. This is kind of like a new time for me today. I wanted to drop a video. I don't know if people busy or not. Yeah, we're gonna shoot it from the hip, man. We're gonna shoot it from the hip. Yeah. I want to know people's feelings on the Wilder fight. Wilder went out on his shield like he wanted to. Some people had their own comments, feeling that Wilder was on some unsportsmanlike type shit for not shaking Wilder's hand Fury's hand and coming out later, days later with his thank you note thank you letter, Instagram, whatever, you know. But with that being said, I salute Wilder, Tyson Fury. It was a great fight. Great fight. Great. You don't see heavyweight fights like that no more. Period. No matter who won. I wanted Deontay Wilder to win, of course. But hey, it was a great fight. I believe that Deontay Wilder might have just met his match, man. He might have just met. It just you can't beat everybody. I think Fury is just the guy that just throws Deontay Wilder off because nobody else is throwing him off like that. He's knocked everybody else out that he's fought. So with that being said, you know, but I salute Tyson Fury. I salute Deontay Wilder. I salute Deontay Wilder for staying in there, man. Never quit. Never quit. Never quit. Now my thoughts on the fight are a little bit different. It was some things that I didn't like that I seen coming from Deontay Wilder. As the number one thing was he was moving to his left, which would be Tyson Fury's right, and he kept moving to Tyson Fury's right, and Tyson Fury would throw a left jab, and then clocking Deontay Wilder with the right. And that's what Fury wanted to do. If I was Deontay Wilder's corner, I would have been telling him to move the other way. At least you won't be getting clogged with that right hand. You could take a jab. The jab wasn't too much of nothing. The jab was just a setup punch. But then also, it was just like Tyson Fury was he was aiming at Wilder's ear, the side of his head. The whole fight, like the whole fight and they was going, he was aiming at Wilder's side of his ear to, I guess, and that's what kept Wilder's equilibrium off. The same thing happened in fight two. Wilder took a shot by the ear, and his equilibrium was off. This happened in the third round of part three, and it was just like Wilder could never gain his feedback. But Fury hit him with that punch quite a few times. It wasn't just in the third round. Hey, I don't know if Tyson Fury and them trained for that or whatever, but that right there. That's a serious punch, bro. That's a serious punch. That punch right there is knocking. It's keeping the guy equilibrium all the way off. And with that being said, he's not. I don't see no heavyweights stopping Tyson Fury. You got to be able to hit like a bomb. I think another thing to me, I believe Deontay Wilder shouldn't come in as heavy as he did. I don't believe it should have came in as heavy as he did. This is me personally. I like him loose. They talking about, well, Tyson Fury, he was training by leaning on him. Well, if you was a little bit lighter on the feet, maybe you'd be able to dance around Tyson Fury. He wouldn't be able to just lean on you. To catch you, to lean on you. These are some of my theories on the fight. These are some of my theories on the fight. Shout out to Malik Scott because with just a short time of working with Wilder, we did see a difference in Wilder. We saw a difference in Wilder until Wilder really got hit. Until Wilder really got hit. But like I say, shout out to Tyson Fury, shout out to Deontay Wilder. It was a great fight. Shout out to all the boxers that was on that card. I mean, it was a tremendous night of heavyweight boxing, period. All heavyweight, super card. And that was tremendous. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have Shakur Stevenson and Jamal Herring for the WBO 130 title belt. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be real interesting, ladies and gentlemen. And I say interesting because we got an OG versus a young G. And some might say, is Jamal getting up there in age? You know, Father Time don't wait for nobody. But at the same time, Jamal's been handling his business. It should be a great fight. It should be a wonderful fight. Me personally, I have I believe Shakur might be able to outwork Jamal here. He might be able to outwork him. I wonder if did Jamal take a lot of time making weight? Because to me, he seemed like he was a little bit off. I mean, he was a little bit drained. It might just be me. It looked like he might have been a little bit drained. Salute to the good brother Bruce Goals. Salute my good brother. What's good, Bruce? What's good? Yeah, we talking boxing, man. Shakur Stevenson and Jamal Herring tonight. It should be a nice one. It should be a nice one. Man, at the
Did you guys get to peep the weigh-in? Anybody get to peep the weigh-in? Shakur looked like he's he's more focused than ever. He's more focused than ever. I can't take anything away from Jamal Hearn. I can't take anything away from me. But I think that this fight is gonna come down to maybe Shakur outboxing him. Salute to the good brother PGH Big Dog. What's good brother? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's good? Glad you can join us. We just sitting here chopping it up, talking about this Jamal Hearn and Shakur Stevenson fight tonight. Anybody thoughts on the fight tonight? I can see that. I can see this fight getting into becoming a real rumble somewhere around the 7th, 8th round. I can see this fight becoming a real rumble come the 7th, 8th round. I don't see a knockout. PJ's Big Dog. Shakur gonna style on Hearn. Too much speed. I agree with you, good brother. I agree with you. Hearn only changes to make it a brawl. You're right. You're right. Now I believe that also too that if Jamal Hearn makes this a brawl, Shakur Stevenson can be out of his comfort zone. Shakur Stevenson get out of his comfort zone, we might see a different Shakur Stevenson. You feel what I'm saying? We might see a different Shakur Stevenson because Shakur he boxed like playing chess. He make adequate moves, and he don't waste a lot of punches. He's one of the best defensive fighters there is in boxing. Slow to the good brother Bruce Gold. He say Shakur just too good for Hearn, who has been stopped and outboxed before. You're right. You're right. I think this one. I think this fight. I think Jamal Hearn. He often looks at He often looks for Bomac in his corner to come up with the answers for him in a fight. But I just don't think Bomac and them got the answers for Shakur Stevenson. I don't think nobody at the 130 division has the answer for Shakur Stevenson. That's just me thinking. I don't think nobody has they had an answer for him. Last fight, PGA's Big Dog says, last fight we saw that Shakur doesn't react well to getting hit. You're right. You're right. You're right. And that's what it would make it better for it'll definitely make it better for Jamal Hearn to come in this fight brawling. To make it a brawl, make it a ugly fight for Shakur Stevenson. He really had to make this an ugly fight because if the fight goes smooth and Shakur can box and get the boxing and do what he does, then He outstyles Jamal Hearn. He can outstyle Jamal Hearn. But if Jamal Hearn come in on some Tyson Fury shit, keeping the fight close and brawling, putting the pressure on Shakur Stevenson. Nobody seems to be able to put pressure on Shakur. And like PJ said, we seen Shakur get hit his last fight, and he admitted it. He admitted after the fight he didn't like getting hit. So he went back to boxing. He was going for the knockout on that fight. Bruce Gold says Shakur wins ugly. Said he wins ugly. That's what I'm saying, Bruce. This might have to be one of them ugly fights. This might have to turn out to be one of them ugly fights. My main man, PGA's big dog. Bo Mac does have Hearn looking like a different fighter. His power, his toughness is on another level. But I still say Shakur will style on him. Yeah, that's me too. One thing I can say, the last fight Jamal Hearn had, he got a stoppage. And that shocked me. But, like I said before, yeah, Bo Mac got Jamal Hearn looking good, training good, but do they got the answer for Shakur Stevenson tonight? Do they have the answer for Shakur Stevenson tonight? I don't think so. I don't think nobody in the 130 division has the answer for Shakur Stevenson. It's something about Shakur that he's on another level when it comes to boxing. He's on another level. And like I say, we haven't seen somebody put pressure on Shakur. We seen Shakur take a punch. He said he didn't like getting hit. So with that being said, he got to boxing and got back more on his defense. I just don't think that Bo Mac has the answers for Shakur Stevenson. The weigh-ins. Shakur Stevenson came in at exactly 130 on the nose. Jamal Hearn was like 129 3/4, something like that. Jamal Hearn was kind of quiet at the weigh-ins too. Shakur reached over and grabbed the belt. During the face-off, Jamal had a look. I don't know if it was discomfort or I don't know if it was he's just eager to fight, but he had a different look on him. And I'm saying that now before the fight. At the weigh-in, he had a different look on him. I don't know what the look was, but he had a different look. Shakur is on another level, man. He's on another level. So with that being said, I got Shakur winning the fight. By the time we end this live, I will make my final prediction on that fight. We got other boxing news. We got Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was down in Texas, spotted down in Texas with Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields and Charlos, the Charlo brothers. Anthony Joshua was spotted in the gym with Ronnie Sims. Ronnie Shields. Do you guys think that Ronnie Shields can be the answer for Joshua? Do y'all think that Ronnie Shields can be the answer for Joshua? I just want to know. Joshua got to do something different in his archive. He got to do something different. Shout out to happy birthday to Deontay Wilder. His birthday was the other day. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. Happy birthday. It looks like the 135 division is about to go down. Supposed to be Devin Haney and JoJo Diaz fighting at 135. Man, we got a slew of boxing coming up, man. We got a slew of boxing. Yeah, we got a slew of boxing. We gonna talk about the Rolly and Javante Tank Davis press conference. Put a thumbs up if you guys seen that. Anybody in the chat, if you seen that, put a thumbs up. If you see the Rolly and Javante Tank Davis press conference in LA, put a thumbs up. Rolly came out looking like Ric Flair. The guy had a fur coat on in the middle in LA. It's 80 degrees outside. He got on the fur coat. Man, they really trying to sell that fight. I was a firm believer that this fight wasn't go down. Even though both of these fighters are on the same networks and same side of the street, everything's same. I just didn't think that they would allow Rolly to do this to herself. But they are. So with this being said, if Rolly loses this fight, do you guys still see the him still being with Floyd? It was some adjustments had to be made to this fight because Tank was training in Vegas. for this fight. He's back home, which I'm not knocking that either, because with Calvin Ford and Barry Hunter, they got him looking good. They got him looking good. His weight looking good right now. And we still like 6-7 weeks away from the fight. Oh, yeah. He looking good. He looking good. I think Rolly done just bit off a lot more than what he can chew. Sometimes you don't rush the fame. You don't rush the inedible. Sometimes you just don't rush that. But this is what Rolly wants, man. This is what Rolly wants. So this is what Rolly wants. It is what it is. He wanted a payday. I don't know. I still don't know exactly right now what the payday is on the fight. But this will be Rolly's one of his highest paid ever fights. He will be getting shown on pay-per-view instead of Showtime, Showbox. I think Rolly could have went another route than what he took. Jumping in with Tank. But hey, I'm not a trainer. Where does Rolly come off being a flat-footed boxer against Tank Davis? That's one of the things that's what's gonna be real difficult for Rolly. That's gonna be real difficult for Rolly because Rolly's gonna see that Tank can move. Tank can move. Salute to my good brother Roderick. Salute, good brother. What is Rolly gonna be able to do when he see that Tank can move his feet? What is Rolly gonna do when he see that when he pop his gun, Tank can pop his gun? This is going to be an interesting fight. We all know that Crawford has facts. Roger say facts. PJ, Rolly 15 minutes is up. Tank is going to destroy him. Man, he's going to destroy him. Tank can box. Tank can box. Tank got footwork. Even when you go back to the to his last fight. Go back to his last fight. Floyd told him, man, you down, Tank, you down on the cards. They got you down. Tank went in there and he set that knockout up. He set that knockout out. Even the knockout with Leah Santa Cruz, he set that knockout up. Mr. Scott in the building. What's good, good brother? What's good? Tank set that up. So I don't understand why Rolly wants to push a fight of this magnitude so early. Man, you still this is your 15th fight. This is only your 15th fight. What's good, Big West Side? What's good? This is Rolly's 15th fight, 16th fight, man. And you calling out Tank? And then you disrespected the man at the press conference. Y'all trying to help. I don't understand. You want to help sell the fight. You want to help get the buys. And then this is too. There's two. The fight is on a Sunday. The fight is on Sunday. The fight is we be comparing with Sunday night football. That's what's up, Mr. Scott. That's what's up. Appreciate you for joining through, bro. Yeah, man. We just talking this boxing, man. We started off talking about Wilder, man. Hey, I must say, Scott called it. Scott called the Fury Wilder fight. You called it, bro. But back to this Rolling. Why would you bite off something of a magnitude like Tank Davis? When we see what Tank can do. You've seen what Tank can do. We all seen what Tank can do. 25 victories, 24 by knockout. 24 by knockout. 24 by knockout. That's right there is enough. That's enough. That's enough. That is enough. 24 knockouts. Wow. Wow. With that being said, do you think that Rolly would still be around in the Mayweather camp if he takes a brutal loss this weekend? If the fight is brutal and he gets knocked out, if Tank Davis knocks him out, if Tank Davis knocks him out, do you think that Rolly still will be on the money team? Mrs. Scott said it was a good one. He talking about Tyson Fury. Yeah, it was. He was. Tank a beast from the East. You right. You right. That's what I'm saying. I think Rolly then bit off a little bit more than what he can chew. I think Rolly then bit off a little bit more than what he could chew. He could have waited. It was plenty more fights out here for Rolly to take. Plenty more fights out here for Rolly to take. Plenty more. But Rolly chose Tank Davis. And I believe this fight right here is going to be crucial. It's going to be crucial. Hit the like button. We got a few people in here. Hit the like button for me. Hit the like button. We got Shakur Stevenson. Man, boxing heating up. What Gary Russell gonna do? What Gary Russell gonna do? It's time for Gary Russell to come on up out of there, man. It's time for Gary Russell to come on and move on up. I'd love to see Gary Russell move on up. Because it's going down at 130, 135. Orion Garcia then broke his hand. Gonna have to have the surgery. So he's out of the way. We got Devin Haney, Theophane Lopez. Lopez can go on and fight as mandatory. Jojo Diaz can go on and get it in with Devin Haney. The winner can fight Lopez. Let's go. This is what we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting for this. Let's go. Let's go. We got Tank Roley. Let's go. You feel me? Bud Crawford. We got Bud Crawford and Sean Porter fighting. Let's go. Oh, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. Why it's on my mind right now. I understand. Did you get anybody in the chat? Y'all hear what the WBA did? The WBA won't let Ugas fight. Won't let Ugas fight. Earl Spence Jr. They had this in the makings already. They had it in the making. They had a date set, February 22nd, 2022. It was going down. Earl Spence and Ugas. Now the WBA has came up with some type of bullshit to where Ugas gets to fight a mandatory and then 2 other fights or something before he can go fight Earl Spence. Come on, man. Earl should have never told the world what he wanted to do when he wanted to unify. Because they put every obstacle in the world in front of Earl. Every obstacle in the world in front of Earl. We gonna call a spade a spade. So now what? Earl might as well go fight his mandatory. He got a mandatory with the IBF, I believe. The good thing is the winner between Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford, I think, is a mandatory for the WBC belt that Earl Spence got. I believe. We got Canelo Alvarez, Kale Plant coming up. We got boxing to talk about. This is my type of year. This is my time of the year. We got boxing all year round to the end of the year. We got NBA just started. We got NFL going on. We got the playoffs going on in baseball. Smash the like button if you're in the building. Salute to Sir Ken. He say, smash that like button. I appreciate you, Sir Ken. Appreciate you coming through, good brother, like you always do. Yes, sir. Gary Russell needs to come up to 130, 135. They ain't gonna be able to get Gary no good fights at 126 no more. Don't nobody want to see him. Don't nobody want to see him down there. They don't want to see him. They don't want to see him. Also, too, every sanctioning body put Deontay Wilder in recess. Sir Ken say, no, they don't want to see him at 126, but 130, no really wants to see him. Pitbull Cruz. Oh, you talking about Leah Santa Cruz down there? Yeah. Leah Santa Cruz down there. But that'll be a fight. That'll be a fight still too. Gary Russell and Leah Santa Cruz. Gary Russell and Leah Santa Cruz. That'll be a nice fight. Other than that, Gary Russell got to come on up. He had to come on up. Man. Cool Boy Steph and Brandon Figueroa. They going at the unify the belts. Kale Plant, Canelo coming to unify the belts. Man, we got a lot of unification going on. We got a lot of unification going on. A lot of unification going on. We got a lot of unification going on. Kale Plant, he looks wonderful in camp. Kale Plant looks wonderful in camp. I believe Kale Plant got it, what it takes to be Canelo. Not a lot of people got what it takes to be Canelo. But if Kale Plant can stick to the plan, but it's one thing too. Do Kale Plant got enough power to make Canelo respect him? Does he have enough power to make Canelo respect him? That's the thing about the Kale Plant and Canelo fight. One thing also too, Canelo didn't get to really catch him with no real contact at that press conference, and Kale Plant eye was cut up under there and was kind of swole. So with that being said, I don't know if Kale Plant gonna be able to stand in there and take too many punches from Canelo. Especially if Canelo get to loading up on him. Especially if Canelo get to loading up on him. Yeah. So Canelo, let's see. Somebody in the chat. Sir Ken says Shakur and Heron tonight. You're right. Will be a chess match until the fight breaks out in the middle of the boxing match. Then it becomes really who wants it. You're right, Sir Ken. And that's what we was talking about. I said the same thing. I said somewhere around the 7th, 8th round, this fight is gonna take off. And that's when I see Shakur outworking Jamal Heron. I believe that Shakur will be able to outwork Jamal Heron, and it's gonna be a good fight up until like the 7th, 8th round. Then somewhere around the 7th, 8th round, I could see Jamal Heron doing something. This is gonna open the gate, open for Shakur Stevenson. And then we're gonna see a difference. We're gonna see a difference in the fight. Shakur Stevenson is a different type of dude. He's a different type of fighter. And tonight the world will see exactly what I'm talking about. What time is it? Yep. We got a few hours for the fights. Preliminary fights should be coming on. Sir Ken says somebody is going to go forward, but the other guy can take it and just to what's coming to him. You're right. You're right. You're right. I can see Jamal Heron overcommitting on a punch, and Shakur taking advantage of him. Not necessarily knocking him down, not necessarily knocking him out, maybe hurting Jamal a little bit. And that's going to be the difference in the fight. It's going to come somewhere around that 7th, 8th round. And then we're going to see the real difference in between Shakur Stevenson and Jamal Heron. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Share it. This your boy Basement, man. This your boy Basement. Sir Ken says, both of these guys are great international experience. So this is a 50-50 fight. Well, Sir Ken, you got it different than the casinos. Casinos that before I ain't checked. I gotta check again. I will check in a minute. But last time I checked, it was 9-1 Shakur Stevenson. Favorite. When's the last time you seen a champion, an underdog of that magnitude? Jamal is the champion. Tell you, Walker in the building. What's so good? Salute, good brother. Sir Ken say, I heard Heron is 8-1 underdog. Shit, it might didn't drop down to 8. It was 9-1 at first. I know it was 9-1 yesterday. When the last time you seen a champion be that big of an underdog? Put a smoke sign up if you've seen that. When the last time you seen a champion, a title holder, be that much of an underdog? Yes. I couldn't tell you where. I couldn't tell you when. The last time a champion coming into the fight, title holder, was this big of an underdog, I couldn't tell you when. Let's not forget this is the year of the upsets. You right, Sir Ken. You right. This is the year of the upsets. Ooh, how wonderful! How that'd be a hell of an upset. Oh, we got my good brother Black Star Sports in the building. What's good, Black Star?
What's going on, my brother? What's going on, man?
What's good with you?
I, man, a little late this morning. As you can see, I'm rolling around out here, out and about. So I had to, the time changed too, man. I looked up and I said, "Oh man, so I had to jump on here with you, man. Chop it up, man. What's going on with you?"
Just chilling, brother. Just chilling. Just chilling.
Yeah,
So we
man.
just been going back and forth in the chat a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
we're chopping it up.
Oh shit, we just talking about a little bit of everything. The Wilder fight.
Yeah, that Wilder fight though, man. But thing about the Wilder fight, it's a lot of little things ain't being talked about in that fight, man. That people ain't really highlighting. For one, remember we had said that we wanted to wait for the trilogy. We didn't want to talk about it no more to the trilogy because the trilogy was going to answer all the questions, right? And
Right.
it did that because everybody kept talking about. You hear all the time how Fury, he's got better boxing skills. He's a better boxer, and he's going to do this and he's going to do that because he's a better boxer. But during the fight, and what actually makes him win, didn't have anything to do with boxing really. He was doing roughhouse tactics. He was doing stuff that was illegal. He was doing stuff that was just roughing him up and using his size. Well, that's not the same as, hitting and miss and making him miss you. That's a sweet science. So when they did do that, like if you look at that first round in that trilogy, the first couple of rounds, Deontay Wilder had him befuddled. He didn't know what to do. He was jabbing him to the body, and you see Tyson Fury backing up and looking like, what the hell is he doing? I mean, if you go back and look at it, Tyson Fury had that look on his face like he was not prepared for that. And he didn't know what to do with it. And he had the upper hand. Only until that moment when he hit him with that right hand in that same soft spot did the tide of the fight change. But even then, Wilder weathered the storm, came back in the fourth, and dropped him twice. And look at Fury's face in that one. He couldn't believe he was on the ground. And
Hey,
people can go back and forth about the count because the count was long. It's just what it is. We got to call it for what it is. But Fury got the win. It was a great fight, but things were proven in there as well because at that point, Wilder proved that he was a better boxer than people gave him credit for. He went out there and displayed it because he outboxed the guy that's supposed to outbox
I guess he might be in a bad little area. Might got a bad signal somewhere where you at. Sir Ken said the trilogy is over, but they still going to court on certain things and still up in the air. You right, Sir Ken. You right. You right. You right. You absolutely right. You right. We can't hear you, Black Star. Yeah, but with that being said, we just to touch up on the thing that Black Star was just saying. Uh, and I said something about that earlier in the show when we came on. Was it was funny how Tyson Fury was aiming at Deontay Wilder's ear, like the back of his ear or to the ear. He was aiming there like his punches were aimed coming hooks going towards the back of the ear. And I was wondering why Wilder did not keep he didn't keep the phone on the hook. He didn't keep the phone on the hook. Sir Ken say Do you know Clarissa bout is next Wednesday night? Oh no, I don't. That hey, Sir Kid, is that boxing or is that Clarissa Shields doing the MMA? However, I support her. However, I support her. I'm not big in MMA, but I support Clarissa Shields. But yeah, it was funny how Wilder wouldn't he didn't keep the phone on the hook. And he was just it was letting Fury able to hit him with the same right over right hand, over right hand, over right hand. And that's one thing I was telling y'all about Rolly. Rolly, if Tank gets to boxing you, Tank's gonna put you in certain positions, place you in certain areas of the ring where he wants you. And you're gonna be vulnerable. And if Rolly, if you're not hitting back like Tank's hitting you, or you don't let Tank respect your power, it could be a long night, Rolly. It could be a long night. It could be a long night. PFL, what is that, Sir Ken? Someone explain to me why Wilder never boxed or moved away from Fury prior. Hey, I said the same thing, Sir Ken. I said, why Malik Scott didn't tell Wilder to quit moving to you? Wilder, you're moving to your left. That's Tyson Fury's right. That's where he's hitting you with. He's hitting you with the power punch with the right. He's throwing the left, knowing that you're moving to the right, and cracking you with the fucking right. I don't know why. Deontay Wilder boxed until he got hit. He boxed until he got hit. And that's the old saying goes that somebody got a game plan until they get hit. When he got hit in the third round, Deontay Wilder went back to what he knew best. He went back to what he knew best. Even though he did get 2 knockdowns in the next round. But he never went back to the body. And oh man. It was a lot, bro. It was a lot. It was a lot. But I never we didn't see like Sir Ken, we never seen the foot movement. We never seen the foot movement from Wilder. We never seen no foot movement from Wilder. You can reinvent the wheel, but this is very important minor adjustment. Man. Them feet, Sir Ken. That's what got Wilder. And then it was times that Wilder was letting Fury come in, and he wasn't even holding his hands up. I'm like, wow. You just taking some punches, bro. But like I say, I'm not saying what Fury did was illegal, but maybe that's one thing that Deontay Wilder should be working on is being able to jab, throw the 1-2 or the 1-1-2, and still be able to keep the phone on the hook. because just keeping it real, we just seen Deontay Wilder get dropped by Tyson Fury. We seen Deontay Wilder get stumbled by Luis Ortiz. We done seen Deontay Wilder stumbled by I can't think of his name. But we done seen Deontay Wilder stumbled a couple times. And the body can only take so much. The head can only take so much. Yeah. It's fight night. Tay Jones was honest and he said that Wilder went away from the game plan after the third round. Yeah, you're right. That's what I was saying. That's the third round is when Wilder got hit, when he got dropped. Everybody got a plan till you get hit. That's what I'm talking about. He took that punch in the third round, and that right there, he never was able to recover from. It was a punch to the back of the head, right there behind the ear. Right behind the ear. And he wasn't able to recover. So I don't know if I was Wilder, would I steal that game plan from Tyson Fury and put that into his archives? Or what? But the shit is working for Tyson Fury. The shit is working for Tyson Fury. The shit is working. So, I mean, the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and they all suspended Deontay Wilder for 6 months. They told him no boxing activities for 6 months. Sir Ken, we have seen it time and time again where a fighter attacks two other guys' weaknesses. You're right. You're right. You're right. But it's not taking nothing away from Deontay Wilder. I'm not taking anything away from Deontay Wilder. It's just Tyson Fury has his number. A lot of people would like to say that it was a long count. I don't want to make excuses. Yeah. We didn't seen the fighters attack each other's weaknesses before. Yes, we have. And with that being said, we need Kale Plant to box a great match against Canelo. Wonder what the Earl's gonna do. Earl might just gonna fight his mandatory. Yeah. Well, we ain't gonna make this show too long. This has been a good one. We got the Shakur Stevenson fight coming on. I'll hear in a minute. Hey, we look forward to coming on to Basement Boxing Talk or even the Black Star Sports TV 2.0 after the fight. We're gonna do a post fight. We're gonna do a post fight one. I appreciate you for tuning in. This your boy Basement. Salute to my good brother Sir Sir Ken, who was in the building. Yes, sir. PJ Big Dog, my good brother Bruce Goals, my good brother Tay Walker that was in the building, my good brother G5 Gabe that was in the building. Yeah, this was just new time. I still wanted to just make sure I did my show. Look for it next Saturday. Should be having an interview, having a special interview. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Look forward to the show. It'll be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And look for me, might have been doing an interview during the week. During the week. We got Michael Gamble. Michael Gamble. Yes, sir. Peace to my good brother Bruce Goes. Yeah, we gonna my predictions for the fight tonight. I got Shakur Stevenson. I got Shakur. Unanimous decision. Shakur, unanimous decision. I want to say Shakur with a stoppage in the later rounds, but I'm going to say Shakur, unanimous decision. And guess what? We'll be here tonight to talk about it again. Salute to all those who always come through, who didn't for the panel who didn't be able to make it. My good brother Black Star Sports TV 2.0, he came through for a minute. Salute to my good brother. Coach Ron Sims, salute to the good brother. This is your boy Basement Boxing Talk. Salute to everybody who was in the building. Appreciate you guys for coming through. And guess what? We out. This your boy Basement.